Hi, our team name is Stuck. This is the second time that we're participating in JunctionX, and we appreciate having this opportunity to develop great products alongside fantastic companies. This time, we'd like to present our product, currently named Tappy, which we hope is suitable for Microsoft's challenge track of making the world a kinder place. So a brief introduction of who we are. We are a team from South Korea. We're all currently university students at the same university and all studying computer science. We have a very strong interest in UI UX development, and we've taken courses to that end. We're especially interested in the ways people can engage with technology on an emotional level, because even though most people feel as if tech is at most an assistive tool, we want to show that through technology, human experience can become more than the sum of its parts. First with email, then with instant messaging, tech has made communication far easier. In some ways, this has encouraged communication because of the increased accessibility. However, a lot of this communication is through text. And through text, it prioritizes information and not emotional connection. And it also loses a lot of other human elements. This is most acutely felt in the current climate of COVID-19, where we are forced to self-isolate for, ironically, the safety of the community. For our solution, we wanted to provide a platform that reimagined social media. We thought about what current apps do well, and we wanted to target the gaps in engagement that they present. So if you look at current solutions like WhatsApp or Facebook, then it's really easy to catch up on news, learn anything you want, and talk to people. But if we take a step back from chatting and think about the way social interactions happen in real life, then, for example, we never get that moment where we pass someone by on the street and just say hi casually, or we just enjoy someone's company without speaking to them. These are moments not marked by what is said, but by the feeling arising from that moment. We refer to this idea as presence, of being in the world with other people, many of whom care about you, and we use this as one of the core ideas of our application. Our app itself is very simple. We chose to focus on and extract a part of existing social media and reimagine it in a way that makes it more accessible and gives it a different meaning. So in this case, we took emoticons and we turned them into taps. In our application, you select the recipient, you send a tap. It's simple. However, we have some well-considered limitations. For example, the choice of taps. We limit to positive messages to encourage that sort of interaction on our platform. And we also limit history in line with our consideration, which prioritizes the emotional moment above just plain information. We limit history because it's not important when a moment happened, but just that you had experienced it. The potential for our app is significant because the ideas that we're dealing with are meaningful, but for now we can narrow down the usage to some example demographics. For example, families that are separated by distance. There are a lot of cases where the father works in a different country than the rest of the family. There are some cultures that may have difficulty expressing strong feelings. In that case, we hope that the casual atmosphere of our app can encourage them to engage on an emotional level. And there are other people who feel dissatisfied with existing social media. This is because there's a lot of negativity and toxicity in existing social media. So we wanted to distill the more idealistic intentions of social media, which is to bring people together and implement that in our app. In terms of technical implementation, we're using Node.js and Express deployed on the Azure App Cloud. We're also using CosmoDB on Azure using MongoDB. We chose to do this in Azure Cloud because it makes it scalable, accessible, and very manageable. For the front end, we decided to use React Native because it allows for very fast prototyping on multi-platform. Since design is so important, we have to put significant effort into it. So in the future, we hope to make additional tabs with added animations and also theming for custom interfaces. We're also thinking of adding some basic chat functionality that keeps in line with the values of our app. We could also use short voice or video recordings as taps. And we also want to add some interesting incentives for use, some basic statistics as well. For example, we could remind someone that it's been a week since they sent someone a message, so just to check up on them. Thank you very much for listening to our pitch.